I'm starting capture. This segment is on creation today. And first what I'm going to do, I'm going to read the first line of the Torah. The Torah is the first 5 books of the Bible. It's written in Hebrew. And it should be said that Moses had written the Torah, which is actually incorrect. Because if you read within the first 5 books, it talks about Moses as a third person and not actually as a general, as the narrator of the book. It talks about Moses' death and after his death. So you see that while you're reading, is actually somebody narrating about what Moses said. Remember, Moses had a speech impediment. That's why Aaron had to speak for him. So I'm just going to start with the first line. And then I'm going to speak in Hebrew, the original text that it came from. Then from there, I'm going to speak it in modern day English. Then I'll twist your head up with just the first line of the Bible, the first line of the Torah. And a lot of basic Western religions and also European pagan religions are based upon these writings. Not saying the writings themselves is incorrect, but the translations, and I'll show you why. Okay. Let me find the Hebrew writing that I've written down for it. Just give me one moment. There we go. Bareshish bara Elohim es hashamayim ves horees. Bareshish always means in the beginning. It's like saying Genesis. Is when you say Bareshish. It's starting the beginning. So in the beginning, bara. Bara means to take your hands and to create. To create. So in the beginning, created Elohim. This is where it's going to get you. In modern day English, they tell you Elohim means God. Now, God is written in different names within the Bible, but you need to get the true translations, because Eloh means divine, but when you add the ayin to the end of it, it means plural males in the Hebrew language. Not singular male, but plural males. Goddess is Eloah. Something to think about. So these divine enlightened males created in the beginning the heavens and the earth. Now when you go to verse 26 of the Torah, let's go to verse 26. Because Elohim is used very widespread in the first chapter, and actually in Genesis. But then everybody asks about who's Jehovah. Well, first of all, Jehovah is not a Hebrew translation. There's no J in Hebrew. The closest thing you can get to a J sound, which is no J, is a G, is the letter Gimel. Now, Gimel is the second letter. It's the third letter of the Hebrew alphabet. Now, Jehovah doesn't even start with a Gimel. Where did Jehovah come from? Jehovah is Latin. J started with Latin. The original name was Yahweh. Now, when you read into the text, it talks into chapter 26. And read 26 in modern day English. And God said, let us make man in our image after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea. Okay. I'm going to say how this will confuse somebody that is not going to understand exactly what this is coming to. They said, and God said. Okay? And God said. So the word and, which is fayu, it doesn't say and God said. It says and said. Said being very capitalized, very stern capitalized. I mean, basically a very strong word. Whatever is about to be said is being said right now. So they use the word Amir. So Vayu Amir, Elohim. They use Elohim again. The plural sense, not singular. Eloh. Elohim. The male plural sense. Okay, so it says, and said the divine males, let us make man in our image. Now it's starting to make sense. Now they use the word na'ase, meaning we. Na'ase, meaning we. I don't think God is crazy where he's talking to himself. So now you have to understand and actually break down these texts. And hopefully somebody gets some new information. I know a lot of people will be mad at me. All Christians are always mad at me, but I'm reading your stuff. So unless you can show me a difference and prove to me a difference, I will. I mean, we can definitely chit chat about it. I have no problem. I love learning new things, but please don't knock what I got to say unless you can prove me wrong.